question for you. When buying a home, which is more important, where you live or what you live in? Or is it both? In this video, we're going to do something a little differently. We're going to still take a look at two beautiful homes from our second builder, but what we're going to do differently, what's going to be a special treat for you, is we're going to actually hear from people who call this community home. And there's so much we want to share with you about this Premier Plan community that we couldn't just cram it all in one video. So we created part 2 just for you. So buckle up and let's take another look at Canyon Falls part 2. Are you ready? You say is one of your favorite activities over in your community?
For me, it's the dog park, honestly. I love taking the dog for a walk down all the trails, but I'll be honest, I'm kind of lazy sometimes, and I love just throwing her in the car and driving down to the dog park. That way she can meet some of her friends and get a lot of it running out of her, a lot of the energy out, and I didn't have to walk all those trails.
When I speak to people looking for their next place, finding the right house, the square feet, bedrooms, baths, the floor plan, the layout, well, that's the easy part because you can find the right house in several communities. But what's not so easy is which community is the right community for you. And I believe that by the end of this video, you're going to find that Canyon Falls is going to offer you such a nice lifestyle that you're going to move it up to the top of your list of options of places to live your life. There are 3 builders who can build your dream home here in Canyon Falls: Chesmar Homes, Belclair Homes, and Windmiller Custom Homes. Now, in part 1, we featured Windmiller Custom Homes, and we're going to have the link to that video in the description, but do not leave us now and go look at the video. Hang with us, and you can check that out later. Now, let's take a look and see what Chesmar Homes has to offer. First time to this channel? Subscribe, share, give us a thumbs up. Chesmar Homes can offer you a beautiful home on either a 70-foot wide or 90-foot wide lot. This is a Monaco 2-story plan. It's a 4-bedroom, 5.5 bath, media room, game room, home office with nearly 4,000 square feet. One of the things that you'll notice, and there's so many great standard features, with the Executive, the 90-foot wide lot, is the 8-foot mahogany exterior doors. And yes, this is a model home, so there are plenty upgrades throughout, but I'm going to point out what I think you're going to find as very impressive standard features, which will have Chesmar Homes as one of your top picks for building your home in this community. One of the standard features that you will notice is the engineered wood flooring throughout your main areas. The other are those 3 sliding doors that lead to your backyard, and spoiler alert, that backyard has so many great features. Well, I guess you have to just stick with me until we go to the backyard and see it for yourself. Hey, another really spectacular feature that you'll notice in the Chesmar Homes are their signature. One of their signatures is that double island. Look at the storage in this space. I'm going to throw a challenge out there. If you can possibly run out of space in this kitchen, please just take a picture. I want you to send that to me. Between the uppers, the lowers, the cabinets, all of this storage and pantry, if you run out, please send that picture. I really would be impressed. The other thing about this kitchen is, of course, the double island. You've got great seating there. Beyond the island, right behind your second island, is a nice dining area for you to enjoy. So you've got plenty of seating in this area. And in that dining room, you're going to see it in just a moment. It's large enough for you to put a large size table there, as well as if you want a side cabinet or buffet. But I don't even think you need a buffet in this home because there's so many areas for you to store your items. Now let's saunter through our first wing of this home. And what you'll notice to the right is extra storage. So you have the pantry, you have the kitchen cabinets, but you can have your little overflow from your Costco and Sam's and wherever you really stock up. In addition to that nice extra storage overflow, you have two really nice spacious en-suites. Let's take a look at the closet because I know that closets are very important. Even though these are your secondary bedrooms, you still want to make sure there's adequate storage in the closet. And of course, you have your nice tub shower combo. And did you notice there's a window inside the bathroom, which is always a nice touch, and you'll see that throughout. Now let's take a look at the other areas in this particular wing. Here is your second ensuite with a nice sized closet and a gracious full bath. You have your half bath for your guests so that your en-suites, those bedrooms, stay private. But when people are over, they still can enjoy the half bath without intruding into personal space. And then speaking of personal space, this one is probably the most private of all rooms. It's the laundry room. No one is going to beat down the door to come into this space. You'll probably be the only one who really is here, but hopefully you get enough cooperation so they at least bring their laundry into the laundry room. Oh, did I mention that the engineered wood floors, you're going to see that as a standard throughout the main areas of this home. And that's one of the signatures of the 90-foot wide lots, the executive homes here that Chesmar offers in Canyon Falls. Now, the most important room, it's your house, right? The most important room of the entire home is the private primary suite. And we're going to take a look at that backyard in just a moment. But first, soak in your respite, your peace and quiet, your place to escape. Oh, let's take a look at your nice spa-like bath with two separate vanities, two large vanities with a lot of storage underneath. And you know what I say? Separate vanities save a lot of relationships because you don't have to argue over the space, and there's usually one person who's a little bit messier than the other, and you know who you are. Let's step inside this closet. The one thing that you're going to see, in addition to all the storage, the built-in shelves, is that there's a mirror that comes along with your primary closet. So, this is just really awesome layout for the closet, and I want you to be able to see it for yourself. Okay, so here goes the spoiler alert that I teased you about earlier, the backyard. This large covered patio comes standard along with that beautiful gas fireplace, and there is a gas outlet. So if you want to add a grill to your patio, you can. Hey, it's Texas. So having a large covered patio almost feels like a must, especially when we get into our summers. Look at this beautiful different seating arrangements. This lot is so large that you can add your own custom pool. It's giving you a lot to play with here in your backyard. Now let's take a stroll over to the other side of your home. And before we do, those three sliding doors, as I said earlier, those are standard in the 90-foot wide lot. Nice linear fireplace. And then we're going to take a look at your private guest suite. Now, I say this is your guest suite. It's your home. If someone has earned this level of privacy in your home, then hey, it's your choice. It's your home. Do with it however you feel. But let's just say this is a guest suite. It is very comfortable en suite, and it's kind of private because it is on the other side of your living room. And of course, I want you to be able to look at the closet and get an appreciation for its size, as well as the bath. As we retreat upstairs, a couple things I want to point out. This location is separate from your other bedrooms. So if you decide to use this as an entertainment area, then it won't disrupt sleep or anything else. So you have your game room, you have your media room. It's your home, it's your space. Use it however you want. And depending on your level of health and the condition of your knees, just walking upstairs can be your pre-workout if you decide to have this space as an exercise space. And the other great thing is the location. Your home office is downstairs, but it's really close enough to where you can still hear what's going upstairs, and the people upstairs don't have to know how you know what's going on. And of course, here is your nice executive home office. Here's your recap of what you can expect if you choose Chesmar Homes to build your home on their 90-foot wide lots. So their 90-foot wide lots are actually 90-foot wide, and they can go in depth of around 130 feet. So that's a nice size lot, which brings us to part of our recap, the 4 things that you can expect as far as their standard features. And I'm going to be honest with you, they've got a lot of standard features, but I'm just going to point out what you saw in the video. So one of the things that you notice is that they have engineered wood flooring throughout your main living areas, your high traffic areas. Don't forget their signature double island in the kitchen. And then you have the 3-panel sliding doors to welcome you to the outside. That's a standard feature, and that is typically an upgraded feature with other builders. The other standard is the size of your patio, the oversized covered patio. And if you recall, there was a large fireplace outside on that patio, and there's a gas line, a gas feature where if you want to add a gas grill, you can have that on your patio as well. Now, getting that gas grill would be extra, but you've got the place there for the gas grill, and you certainly have that beautiful outdoor patio. Now, with the 90-foot wide plan, with their executive plans, well, you have 5 floor plans to choose from. Okay, obviously you have the 2-story Morocco plan that we just toured, but there are 4 other single-story plans from which you can choose. Now let's talk about the size, the square feet. You can get a home that ranges from 3,000 square feet up to 4,000 square feet. Now let's just get right to one of the most important questions that you may have, and that is, hey Tracy, how much will it cost? Your introductory price, base model, just getting into the home, will range anywhere from around $890,000, and it can go as high as around that $1 million mark. And remember, price is subject to change. However, the more expensive your taste, the more expensive the price. Now, let's take a pause for our station identification. And hi, I'm Tracy Sorrell with the DFW Life, and I help people just like you sell and buy homes in and around our Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And I realize you can find out quite a bit online: bedrooms, baths, square feet, price. But what you may not be able to discover is how people really live their lives in our different communities, cities, and suburbs. Well, that's where I come in. I hop in the car and I drive around so you can have the bird's eye view, VIP access of how people really live their lives. And if you like to be in the know, then you're going to want to subscribe below, press the bell. You'll be notified anytime anything goes down around town. And don't forget, give us a thumbs up. Now, back to the video. Okay, so 4,000 square feet is a large home, and maybe you don't need that size of home. Maybe you're living your best life. You've retired and you're looking to downsize. Or maybe you're, just moving, just getting started. You have a growing family, but you don't need 4,000 square feet. And if you like what you saw, Chesmar also has built a nice home in the community of Vines and Hazlet. And in the description, there's a link to that video. And before we take a look at their second home, that may be a better fit for you, a smaller option, let's take a look around the community to see how you will live your life here in Canyon Falls. And here's your first bonus. You're going to hear from a neighbor who calls Canyon Falls home. First, let's take a drive around the community. And this is not an infomercial. I don't work for the community of Canyon Falls, but I wanted you to look at a sampling of their homes. And one thing you'll notice about Canyon Falls is their nature-inspired lifestyle. Bram Branch Creek runs throughout the community. You'll notice that there are 10 miles of paved trails and there's approximately 4 miles of natural trails so that you can run, bike, walk, push a stroller. You get the idea. There are a couple catch and release fishing ponds for you to just enjoy, relax, and just kind of escape from the day. And then I think one of their signature places is the historic hay barn, where people go and still have community events. But it is a landmark that is a reflection of the history of this community, dating back to the time when this land was a working farm. And Pooch Park. You have to love Pooch Park if you are a pooch lover. Look at this park. Now, it's a little misty outside, so a lot of the pooches, really none of them were out. But look at the obstacle course, the mounds, the hills. Your pooch is going to enjoy a little cardio along with some resistant training at this park. Now, let's listen to what our neighbor has to say about living here in Canyon Falls.
The HOA takes care of the front yards. And to me, that was all about future property values. I want to pull into my neighborhood at night when I'm done with work and have the neighborhood look good because the front yard maintenance is done here, including fertilizing and weeding. So I'll take that all day. It is a little bit more expensive out here for the HOAs, about $206 a month as we talk here in early 2025. But that includes front yard maintenance, internet, cable, all of the pools and trails and dog park and everything else that comes with the neighborhood.
But what would you say to someone, they're in the stage of their lives and they're living their best life? They're retired. What kind of activities could they enjoy?
Well, we do have events over at the clubhouse. For example, coming up, we do an annual wine pairing with cookies, with Girl Scout cookies. So that's always fun. There's also a travel club that gets together
And you lived in South Lake Keller, those sexy, popular cities and communities. But one day you just said, hey, you know what? I think I want to move. So out of all the communities, why Canyon Falls?
Well, for me, it was an issue of moving down in size. I wanted to get rid of the second floor that I never went into. I wanted to get rid of the pool that I never went into. And said, you know what, Uncle, I'm done with this. I don't even know why I have this kind of square footage. So I wanted something newer and something smaller. So I started looking around, and the only place really to find that is further out. So I ended up coming up into Canyon Falls to buy a house. We're only maybe 12 minutes up into Denton. Lots of restaurants and activities going on in a college town like Denton. We are maybe 15, 16 minutes to our east is all the shopping at 407 and 2499, which is Flower Mound and Highland Village area. Or we can even go 15 minutes south into Traders Village and South Lake Town Square. So very convenient as far as all of that goes. Lots of restaurants, lots of things to do. But then also the schools are driving a lot of decisions for people to come here, and I can see why.
And I realized that maybe a 90-foot wide lot is a little bit more than what you want. Maybe you feel a little bit more comfortable in a 70-foot wide lot. And guess what? Chesmar Homes has you covered with a smaller lot size. Well, first, let's take a look at this grand foyer with a beautiful ceiling. Now, this is a model home, so there are going to be some upgrades in this home, but I'm going to be very careful to also share with you the standard feature of a 70-foot wide lot. So if you choose this home and you choose one of these floor plans, you're not going to be short on wonderful standard features. Well, let's start out with this kitchen. Now, this home is about 1,000 square feet smaller than the first one we saw, and it doesn't have the double islands like we saw, but look at the size of this bar. I mean, you can see plenty of people here for dinner, for crafts, for homework, and you still have that separate living space. Let's take a look around the kitchen. Look at the features you have in this kitchen. And like many people you may enjoy a gas cooktop as well. And one of the things that I was really impressed with this kitchen is the storage. There is storage galore. And you also have a coffee bar. Now in this kitchen, along with the storage, you have some decorative features. You have the glass fronts at the top of the cabinets that you can add that if that's what you want. And you also notice in this kitchen, you have the built-in microwave, double oven, and gas cooktop. Now, one other thing I want to point out is this dining space. Look how large it is. Obviously, it can easily seat 6 people. But there's so much space that you could add a buffet, but I don't think you would need it because you have so much going on in the kitchen. I like the location of this laundry room because if you have a bout of insomnia at 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning, you can do laundry and not disturb the other people because it is separate from the bedrooms. And it's nicely located near the kitchen and the living, which is where you're going to spend a lot of your time. Take a look at this living space. And I really want to point out the outdoor living space that you can see from the living room and from your primary suite. Now, this is the place that you're going to close the door, lock the door, and I would say hide the key, but we know that's not going to happen. But this is where you'll get your peace and quiet. And remember the commercial that says, "Hey, Caldon, take me away." Well, this suite will take you away to your happy place. Look at this nice, large shower. And if you want to just soak away your day, well, look at this nice soaking tub. And of course, you got the 2 vanities. And by now, you know how I feel about the 2 vanities. 2 vanities save a multitude of relationships because there's no discussion about sharing anything. And although you may not want to share this closet, this is a great space for your primary suite closet. Here's another view of your primary. And as you can see, you have a wonderful seating area and you have that exit to your backyard. And I guess this is a good segue to showing you your backyard living space. Well, one of the things that you appreciate about this backyard living space is the fireplace. You can put your gas grill, very similar to the home we just toured on the 90-foot wide lot, but on a smaller scale. Now let's step inside and take a look around the rest of this home. All right, so let's take a look at the other side of the home, opposite of your primary suite, where you will find a really nice living space, second living space. And this may be the place where you prefer kids or your grandkids or, just people hang out that's not your main living space. But look at this, you have space beyond the main living space. And if you are a crafter or, you want this to be your exercise space, that's great because it's close enough to where probably kids will hang out, to where you can listen without them realizing you are. And you also have a nice bedroom on this side of the home, along with a really nice full bath. Okay, and now let's look at what you have on the other side of your home near the front door. And I think you're going to be pleasantly surprised at the layout and this particular feature. Right at the front of the home, you have another nice sized bedroom. And this could be a great space for your guests because it gives them a little bit of seclusion, a little bit of privacy. Now, I would say that if you allow someone to, stay in that bedroom, just make sure they understand that although that's a privilege, they also have the responsibility of keeping this bathroom clean because your guests, the people who come over to visit, are likely to use this bathroom or maybe the one that is closer to the game room. And of course, as you would expect, a beautiful home office. Well, now for the recap of what you can build with Chesmar Homes on a 70-foot wide lot. So they have 7 different floor plans, 3 one-story floor plans, and 4 two-story floor plans. The home that we just toured is the Brookville, and the Brookville has a little more than 2,700 square feet. It's a 4-bedroom, 3-bath. Remember, it has the home office, it has that game room, the actual craft or study, however you want to use it, there in the back of the home. And it has a beautiful outdoor living space. Now, let's say you're interested in maybe some of the other choices that you can have there with Chesmar Homes. So let's talk square feet. Let's talk about the size of the home. The square feet ranges from 2,600 square feet to a little more than 3,800 square feet. Now let's talk about money. Let's talk about price. Remember, price is subject to change, so this is the introductory price. So you're looking at anywhere from about $730,000 up to $834,000. But of course, the more exquisite your taste, the more exquisite the price of your home. And of course, the builders will offer you incentives to encourage you to purchase one of their homes, one of their designs. Now let's talk about the standard features, what you can expect to get with a 70-foot wide lot. Now, it's not the executive style lot that from the 90-foot, but I'm telling you, they did not skimp on standard features. You're gonna get your 8-foot mahogany doors, your exterior door, and you're also gonna get that amazing outdoor living space with the large covered patio, because we're in Texas. We love large covered patios. And on the patio, you're going to get, as a standard feature, a gas fireplace. Now, how nice is that going to be for the mood, the ambiance, just to entertain and enjoy? In addition to that, there's going to be a gas connection. So in the future, if you want to include an outdoor kitchen, maybe a gas grill, you've got the connection right there. And you saw how large the lot is. No, it's not a 90-foot wide lot, but that 70-foot wide lot will accommodate most people. And inside, you're going to have the ceramic tile flooring. You won't have the engineered wood as you got as a standard engineered wood as you would get in the 90-foot wide lots. And the other thing that you appreciate is your appliance package in the kitchen. They're the GE appliances with 5-burner gas cooktop. You had that built-in microwave, double oven, a nice sized kitchen for you to enjoy. So that's just a few of the standard features that Chesmar offers. There are a lot of features. I didn't go through them all, but that's enough to wet your whistle and move Chesmar Homes to probably your top 3, if not your very top builder here in Canyon Falls. Now I'm inside the clubhouse and we're going to take a little tour around, and this is where I met one of the neighbors who's going to tell us a little bit more about what it's like to live here in Canyon Falls.
The little kids, they have a lot of stuff. The community is not cookie cutter. All the houses are different. They have like about 4 or 5 different builders. They got space in between them, and they got green area. There's a green area behind me. So there's a lot of different places. It's kind of nice. It's kind of like you're in your own little world. My house is like 1 street before the elementary school. You would think it's going to be noisy, and it's kind of nice when the kids go outside to play. You hear laughing and playing, and they're only there for half an hour, different grades. So it's kind of nice, and the high school is not noisy at all,
Hi, I'm Tracy Sorrell with the DFW Life, and I help people just like you sell and buy homes in and around our Dallas-Fort Worth Metroplex. And I realize that it may have been a while since you've sold a home or bought a home. You could be a little rusty, or maybe you need a little refresher and an update on what it takes in today's market, or maybe you've never bought a home before. This is your first time. Either way, I have resources in the description. I have a few links for you to take a look at to kind of help you with your journey of selling your home, buying a new construction home, or buying even a pre-owned home, because you can get a pre-owned home here in Canyon Falls. I've shared so many great things about living your life here in Canyon Falls that I'd be surprised if this community doesn't find its way to being one of the top choices of places for you to relocate. Hey, if Canyon Falls is on that short list, then comment below, grab one of my one-on-one consultation links so we can have a Zoom call and better realize if Canyon Falls is the right place or any of our other surrounding communities, cities, and suburbs for you to create your new memories and call home.